Hello, this is Jeremy Jobert. Right now, I'm at one of my psychiatrist's office right now in Bedford. I am going to ask her for volunteering in the PSA announcement assignment for Professor Yoder in the Abuse in Adult Relationships class. I hope to get her input. I've already gotten a 10-minute video from my mom, so I'm going to try to ask both of my psychotherapists today for their possible input on intimate partner violence. The questions I asked them, which I asked my mom already, was why do abuse in relationships happen? The second reason why is, the second question is, why do people stay in abusive relationships? And the third question is, what are their solutions, according to them, for ending intimate partner violence, abuse in adult relationships? So I'm waiting to see her right now. So if she says yes, which I hope she will, I ask for her input on that. So please stay tuned. All right. Here we go. Hello again, my name is Jeremy Jobert. I am here doing the PSA announcement assignment for Professor Yoder. Here with me is one of my licensed skilled psychotherapists, Mrs. Saleem. She is agreed to give her own input about the dangers of abuse in adult relationships. Go ahead, Mrs. Saleem.
Well, your question was about why people abuse others. And based on the knowledge I have, I'd like to share that many people who abuse others come from abusive relationships themselves. So in their growing up years, in their childhood, they are likely to be in situations where they have either been abused themselves when they were children or have been witnessing others being abused. Example, they may have a parent that is abusive towards the other parent, verbally, physically, aggressive, violent, or they may have been themselves subjected to severe punishment or physical abuse, which they then tend to carry in them with resentment and anger, and usually tend to project that at other people in their lives. Mm-hmm. And that could be either a spouse, a partner, or children. Mm-hmm. And the same goes about sexual abuse as well, that it might be repressed anger, frustration, sadness, and a lot of repressed feelings that they then use another person to express it on. Mm-hmm. Your other question was about why do people stay in such relationships? And the answer to that is that they themselves may have been the subject of abuse in their childhood. Mm-hmm. So it is a familiar situation to them. What that means is that they have grown up witnessing abuse or experiencing it themselves, and so it is familiar. Mm-hmm. And in some ways, unfortunately, people like to stay in familiar situations. Mm-hmm. Just because they're comforting and comfortable to live in. Right. And so they continue to take the abuse. Mm-hmm. The other possibility is that they're dependent on the abuser, mm-hmm. whether it might be for financial reasons, or because they already have children and they cannot take care of the children themselves, mm-hmm. or they may be dependent on them emotionally. Mm-hmm. And so they'll allow the cycle of abuse to be perpetuated, mm-hmm. and they stay in that situation. Yes. Now, the way to get out of the abuse was your third question, and that is, you can do it through counseling. You can go ahead and start therapy where it might be helpful to improve your self-image, to improve your confidence, to learn to depend on yourself, to become stronger and break the cycle of abuse and get out of it. The other possibility is to reach out to family and friends for support, and also maybe check with a shelter where you might be able to get help, where you might be able to stay for a period of time until you can get on your feet, so that you can get out of these abusive relationships.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Thank you, Mrs. Saleem, once again for your generous donation and input on the dangers of abusive adult relationships, the solutions to end it. You doing what you do is a great deal, and if people listening, you taking a stand against abusive adult relationships, I'm pretty sure that you'll see a much happier people in their relationships, boyfriend and girlfriend, husband and wife, and with and without children. Once again, thank you, Mrs. Saleem, for that.
You're welcome.
All right. Thank you once again, and this is Yoder. This is input. So for the PSA assignment, thank you for that. Once again, God bless.